ALJAMAIN STERLING versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'm Nicholas Cirillo, director and producer of a real-life underdog story, out now on Amazon Prime Video, starring myself and Platinum Mike Perry. And we are gonna show you what these fighters can do to win this fight. Now comes the predictions. My prediction. And I'm here with expert coach, James Taylor. JT, hit them with some knowledge.
What's going on, guys? It's Coach JT out of Technique Boxing, head coach of Platinum Mike Perry. Now we're in our second location for Technique Boxing. We standing up, we doing big things. Y'all already know where we at. You know I got the hands, you know I got everything you need. Let's go. Every day up.
Let's get it. So first, let me start off by saying, this fight is a very interesting fight to dissect because both of these fighters' strengths play against the other fighter's weakness and vice versa. O'Malley likes to throw a lot of leg kicks. Should he avoid these leg kicks against the wrestling Aljo?
Absolutely. Reason I say that because Aljo is very good at timing that leg kick and he ain't getting the takedown. We know he wants to take down for sure, so I think the feints would work better. Feints, keep throwing those hands, and put the punches together with the kicks together. That way you throw them off just a little bit. No, I'm not going to throw a blind kick out.
No blind kicks. Petr Yan took O'Malley down several times. I predict that Aljo is going to be able to get that takedown a lot more successfully against O'Malley. What can O'Malley do striking-wise to limit these takedowns?
Choose jabs, choose that straight right, show it just a little bit, throw feints, boom. When he's putting his kicks together, feint the kicks and then come up top, boom. Sit down low just a little bit to throw him off, just a little bit, make it seem like you're gonna change levels. And then come back up, maybe chop kicks, come back over top, pop the jab again. Stay busy upstairs and keep good range. O'Malley is very good at keeping distance. Yeah. He's very good at making people miss, but if he leans back too much, it's an easy takedown there. He got to now move his feet just a little bit more. Have the same swag, have the same movement that he has. Continue doing those things and touch him when he can.
Aljo half commits to punches and kicks to mix in the takedowns. What can O'Malley do to take advantage of this?
Taking advantage, basically, when he's here, he knows he's not going to commit completely to the punch. So in this position, when he knows when he throws, he needs to react also. Throw and move at the same time. So right here, in this position, if he throws, he's looking for that takedown, have that right hand ready to go. So shoot straight down, boom, and land that shot. And then try to find that exit on this side right here. So shoot, boom, land that exactly. Right after, as soon as he throws, drop, boom, touch him at that position. At that point, Malley needs to get his feet out of the way because he's going to get taken down if not. So here, boom, use your feints. When he goes for this shot, feint, you gotta be able to have that punch ready to go. Stab him as he goes down. Set, when he shoots, boom, touch him in. Then pull back away from me in that position right here. Come up close. As soon as I look for the takedown, shoot, boom, pull back, pop, and stab it again.
Okay? So he's kind of punching on a downward
exactly.
angle.
But my thing is, I would say he would have to more so make that pullback step, boom.
So a punch at the same time.
Exactly. Yes. As he pivots, boom, stab and then come back up or exit out. Gotta catch him on the low.
And then when he's doing that back step there, should he leave the one foot in the same spot and do it? Or should he move that back foot up?
Pull with it. And he's good at doing that too. He's good at moving back and then being unorthodox in these shots and things. So with him pulling, got it, take me away from it. Obviously, he's not going to shoot like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you stab, boom, you can get touched
and then
all
exit.
The way down and then find that exit.
Which way should he exit?
Exit out that way. You don't want to exit out to the right side because then he's going to get wrapped up.
Okay. So we've already seen Aljo get knocked out by Marlon Moraes with a sort of sidekick knee. What can O'Malley do to replicate this?
Malley has that style where he's here and he can just explode straight up with the knee. Now he is taking a risk of getting taken down to the ground. Now the other Moraes, yes, he did land that shot. But that's one of those shots that just kind of come out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, he caught him with it. Now, now I think with Aljo is more experienced now, and being in these big old competition fights and stuff like that. So now he's gonna be smarter. He's gonna be more wiser to watch out for these knees, because he knows O'Malley's gonna throw a knee. He knows he's gonna throw a kick. So what O'Malley has to do is feints. Feints are very big on these shots. Pop, pop, and then put the knee together behind it. If he does skate past him, if he takes that shot and he throws that right by stepping off, bring that knee right back. Boom. That's going to be more of an advantage. Hop, side step, and then shoot the shot.
So stringing together these techniques then.
Exactly. You put your hands together,
boom.
You create space, and you stab and boom. Your knee. Exactly.
And then just keep on exiting out.
Yes, he needs to stay busy. Stay busy while he's moving around. Stay busy, move around. Stay busy. Don't get caught with his feet close and then he'll get taken down to the ground if not.
Should he use some of the Aljamain strategy and take a little power off the punches, or no?
No.
Just go for it.
Just don't be so heavy on the feet. That's all. To me, O'Malley has good power. Standing straight up, he's deadly. He's deadly, and his precision is really good. So I don't doubt that he's gonna land a couple shots. You know what I'm saying? But he got to be ready to get out of there if all fails.
Yeah, because if it doesn't knock him out,
if it don't knock him out, he's just gonna continue to go through it. You got me? So he has to stun him. Once he stuns him and he gets rocked just a little bit, it's over. O'Malley's gonna be on point. But when O'Malley sees blood, he goes in for the kill.
Yeah, he's good at controlling that distance too.
And he's smart. He's not a fighter that rushes into the kill.
Yeah,
he takes his time. Yeah, he takes his time and he picks them apart. He knows they're hurt. He might even let you get up because he already got you beat already.
That'd be the smart move. So, O'Malley likes to fight on the back foot, backing up. Is this a good strategy to use against a wrestler, considering you might get caught?
Yeah, stepping back. And then the main thing is, it could be, it depends. It could be. I think in the first round we're going to determine whether it could be or not. But what he could do is step out, but step around and get out of there. Got it? Make it seem like you're not just trying to step back and shoot that straight right. Because if he gets right up under that straight right, he's going to get taken down to the ground. Got it? So he can pull back on that weight. But remember, what a wrestler has to do? Explode forward.
Yeah.
So if Malley gives up coming forward, he might get taken down to the ground. So if he gets used to pulling off, and then skating around to the side, he might be at a good advantage.
So really, like mix it up when you're backing up.
Mix it up. Don't just step back and get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to expect that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to expect you to step back because he knows his right hand. Everybody knows about his right hand.
Yeah.
We clearly know that.
You know that. We know that.
And it's on point. So what I would do is step back, watch for it, boom, and be ready to skate again. But pop, stab, and move. You got to stay on your feet. And
then also on that note, Aljo cannot do any lazy takedowns.
Facts.
Right?
He's
got to be explosive, yeah.
Yes.
If he hangs his chin in the air for 1 second,
he's gonna get
Malley's going to find it.
Yes, he is.
Knowing that, if we compare this fight of wrestler versus striker to a Khabib versus Conor, McGregor had great success in round 3, finally backing Khabib up, which we don't really see.
True.
Is that a technique that O'Malley should use against Aljo?
Here and there. Every fight's different. Every fight is different. Every style is different. Whether it's a wrestler style, they all have a different style in wrestling. Whether it's a striking style, Conor McGregor is more of an open style fighter. You know what I'm saying? To me, Sean is more of a pure boxer. Really good technique, really tight on the form. Pop, shoots a shot with precision, not looping punches. He looks for the really good target shots. Yeah. So now when it comes to like Conor McGregor and Khabib, the pressure of O'Malley, trying to find him, moving, keeping him on his heels, boom. You gotta watch for that explosiveness because we're talking about Aljo. Aljo is very, very explosive.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be the same as Khabib. Khabib is explosive, but not as explosive as Aljo. You know that Khabib gets you on the ground, it's a wrap though. But Aljo is super explosive. So you putting pressure on him, backing him up, you have to watch out for that fast takedown. You know, so that's the difference. But I say it's like, yes, it's up and down. It's a striker, wrestler. We talking about a legit wrestler, we talking about a legit striker.
Yeah.
So we're talking about two of the best worlds, both of the best worlds right now. And I mean, it's a toss-up for me. This is really a toss-up for me.
Remember, don't say a prediction.
Yeah, no, of course. It's just a toss-up.
So our takeaway on that one is, let's stick with that initial strategy we were talking about, where it's angle out.
Yes, angle out
with the strike connected to it. So it's boom, and then
circle out, and then chop a kick. Bam, catch him off guard with the kicks.
Or the knee as well.
Yes, that's when the blind kicks and the blind knees can happen. Because it's more so now. Boom, change ankle, whop, boom, stab.
So almost get to the sides, almost like Mike Tyson's strategy, where just get to the sides
boom,
first.
Get to the side, create that angle, create that space, and catch him when he's off guard. Don't catch him when he's ready to shoot.
Right. He can shoot all night. That's the thing about Aljo. You don't get tired.
At all. So he's consistent, that's the thing about him.
Yeah. So in round 1, when Aljo fought Petr Yan, Aljo was sort of on his horse, so to speak, laterally, back and forth. What can O'Malley do to stop this and avoid chasing Aljo around the ring? Octagon.
Biggest thing, cut the ring off. You have to cut the ring off. Or the ring of the octagon. You have to cut it off. Got it?
Yeah.
So when a guy's circling, you're not trying to be his tail. Got it? So if he's circling like this right here, boom, I'm sidestepping. Boom, I might even switch stance because O'Malley's really good at switching.
Yeah.
He might just sidestep and find him this way, close the gap, close the corner. But again, O'Malley, watch out for the takedown. Because he might be looking for this. Even though you're putting pressure, you cutting him off. Boom, watch that. Watch for that shot. Boom, have that switch stance. So if you take the shot, let's say you shoot on me here, boom, I swing back, connect. Boom, I'm catching you on the way in by just moving my leg away from him. I might want to give you this. to side step, bum, bum, and then stab you here. Got it? So if you circle me, that's fine. I'm just gonna cut you off.
Now, when you're cutting him off now, do you want to keep a distance? Is it like
good distance?
Mentally how?
Yep, good distance
Like
outside.
Just out of striking range or in striking range?
Within his striking range and outside of his shot range. So I mean, I want to be within my hands where I can touch you, boom. I can lean just a little bit, boom, because I know you're not gonna throw, pop, pop. But when you try to take a shot,
just enough.
It's easy for me to skate out of there. You got it? So I'm within my range, outside of your range.
Now we're on to Aljamain Sterling's keys to victory. Now, going off of what we just spoke about. In round 1, Petr Yan versus Aljo. Aljo did that same technique of moving laterally. Should he use this same tactic against O'Malley to sort of let O'Malley fizzle off his power, because we know that he's so dangerous in round 1 where he has 9 finishes?
Should he? Me personally, no. I don't think so. I think he should be that dog like he is and immediately jump on O'Malley.
So let him know who's boss right off the bat then.
Right out the gate, you want to take that confidence away from O'Malley. You do not want to give O'Malley confidence. If you give him confidence, he is a problem to deal with, right? So I think right at the gate, bam, he should just shoot. Let him know what kind of fight he's in for. I'm going to be shooting on you all night long. I'm not going to give you a chance to shoot a punch. I'm going to make you grapple me. You got it? There's not going to be no striking in this besides me on top of you punching down. And that's what he should do.
We spoke about this earlier when Aljo got knocked out by Marlon Moraes' side knee. What can he do to get the takedown and avoid that knee from O'Malley?
A lot of times, like circling your opponent, boom, striking at a range where he can't throw. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm here, boom, I might move around, throw you off just like he did earlier with Yan. You know what I'm saying? Move around, and then bam, and just explode on him.
So really throw some fakes in there.
Yeah, a lot of fakes, but movement,
That was timing
and then
off.
explode. Yeah, throw him off so where he can't set. In the beginning, test him, see where he's set, see how he throws, see how he moves. Then you should be able to figure that out at that point. Now I'm a sidestep this way, sidestep this way. I might shoot at an angle. I might side scoop, you know what I'm saying? I might just slip this way. But I'm gonna be slippery. You don't know what angle I'm coming to push you in, trying to take you down to the ground.
So that's really comes into play where his strategy of throwing the half punches and stuff like that, because he can get out easier.
Yeah, sidestep, whoop, pick him up, boom, you won't expect it.
Yeah. So we know that O'Malley has massive success early, but he does this with the help of his basketball style feints. And switching and then throwing, switching. What can Aljo do to not overreact to these feints and put himself in direct line of O'Malley's power?
It's the old saying, it's like a snake. If I'm a snake and I'm constantly doing the same thing over and over again, you start falling for it. Me, as Aljo, I'm here, you feint, boom, I stab.
Feint with him.
You can feint all day long, I'm throwing.
Okay, so
You got it?
so really it's like that's his green light to go when he starts seeing that.
You start doing that, Joe, boom, boom, take down. Got it? Don't fall into the traps of the feint. You gotta take it. You're gonna take it. You fall into the first feint, get out of there, skate out of there. Got it? So then at that point, you know, if he feints, throw. Wow. Yep, as soon as I'm here, you feint, boom, immediately. Yeah. I don't want you to know I'm falling for the feints or anything like that. You throwing me out, because then that's when O'Malley's like, yeah, I got you doing what I needed to do.
And that'll put your head where he wants it to be.
Exactly. You know, he got you flinching. Nope. If I feint and you just throw, I'm like, oh man, you never give me a chance to feint again, because now I know I'm in trouble every time I feint. You take that away from me.
You don't want to give the sharpshooter time to think.
Exactly. That's like a sniper. You keep messing with a sniper,
You're gonna get there.
You gotta keep dial up. Come on, man, dial up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you sit still, the sniper gonna hit.
So, how much do we discount Aljo's win over Henry Cejudo, being the fact that he was in retirement and then came out of retirement? Or do we discount that at all? What do you think?
I mean, I look at it like this. I think Henry wanted to test himself. I think he wanted to say, you know what, I'm the world champ. I gave it to him. Let me see if I still got it. I think it was one of those things, you know what I'm saying? And then after that first round, he realized, this ain't for me no more. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna hang it up.
The game has moved on.
The game has moved on. These kids are elevating fast. These kids are getting into the game. They're smarter, they're faster, they're quicker. You know what I'm saying? These guys at the end of their career, they just want to test themselves and see if they still got it, see if they still believe. Because if he would have beat him, he would have still been in the game. But he understands the game. It's moving. These kids are moving up. The new generation's coming in.
Yeah.
It's time for us to step to the side and give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I think he had one foot out the door stepping into that fight. He believed that he can win. But after that first round, I think that took the confidence away.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the credit. I don't know.
Well, he probably got a good payday for that too.
Yeah, he made some good money. If he opened up another gym out there, he made some good money out there.
Can't fault
Why
him.
not? Why not?
Aljo beat TJ Dillashaw due to a dislocated shoulder. Do we discount that win as well, or do we chalk that one up to the takedown is what caused the injury, so Aljo gets full credit?
Aljo gets full credit. Listen, it is not my problem if I pick you up and I slam you on your shoulder and you hurt your shoulder. Whatever, I hurt you. It was going to happen all night anyway. The way he picked him up and dropped him, it was too easy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was lucky that that's the way it ended, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't discredit it at all. I think that he earned every second of that, picked him up and drop him. If you tap out just by injury, that's his problem. But it was definitely going to happen all night long.
We spoke about this earlier for a technique that O'Malley should use. Now let's look at the reverse side of that. Aljo likes to throw those half punches and kicks to mix in the takedown. Should he avoid this strategy against the sharp shooting O'Malley?
No. He is great at doing that, and that's what got him where he's at right now. O'Malley hasn't been in there with him. So start with what you do. Do what you do best first. If all else fails, then you switch it up. So I hope you're training to switch it up clearly, right? Now, you got to do what he has to do what he do best. Pop, 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 boom, takedowns, immediately just short shot. See if it works. It might work. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to work because O'Malley's not going to realize how explosive he is until he gets in there, because O'Malley wants to sit down and he wants to dig that shot. But once he see how quick and how fast and how accurate he is on actually taking the takedown, he's going to be in a world of trouble. It's going to take away from his striking game. And now he's, instead of worried about throwing punches, he's worried about getting taken down to the ground. But not going to take away from O'Malley. O'Malley has been working on his jiu-jitsu. He's been winning these tournaments on the side, and he's showing up. So I'm not going to take away from his jiu-jitsu. He got some jiu-jitsu. So it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war.
So we all know that O'Malley loves to stance switch and then throw the power shot from each stance. This reminds me of boxing match Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. When Kovalev switched his stances real quick, and Andre Ward picked up on that and shot a heavy right straight up the middle, which really stunned Kovalev. You see him wobbling. Should Aljo finally sit down on one of his punches when he sees that stance switch and really throw some shots as opposed to throwing that bitter powder?
No, he shouldn't. O'Malley is very good at just looping punches out there, being unorthodox, being off balance. So that's a dangerous move. That's a dangerous thing to step into. O'Malley's here, he looks, and he switches. But he's aware. When he switches, he's like looking at you like this right here. You notice his hands are up, so he's ready to stab that too on either side. So if you try to come in while he switches, it's not like a boxing match where I can just touch and touch. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be here, boom, but he's looking at you the entire time. That's when he might, boom. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know. I wouldn't jump into that. Let him switch, do whatever you gotta do. I would take that lead leg though. Bam, I will take the lead leg. You know what I'm saying? If I'm here, boom, and he switches over like this right here, take the shot on the lead leg.
Okay.
Take the shot on the lead leg, bump him back, take the takedown, grab that back leg, boom, back into the ground,
and I
and
guess
smother him.
Also, because he doesn't usually throw heavy shots, he shouldn't do it now against someone as dangerous as O'Malley.
Sometimes you want to beat a guy at what he does best, but do what you do best. You'll be on top.
Now comes the predictions. My prediction: O'Malley really hasn't fought anyone other than Chito Vera, which he lost, and Petr Yan, which could have went either way. And you can even see when the judges gave the decision how excited and surprised O'Malley was. Another reason I came to this prediction is that O'Malley has to land a perfectly timed shot, just like Marlon did against Aljo. But here's the problem. Marlon landed that perfectly timed shot in 2017. That's how many years ago? And how many fights ago? Aljo has been on a 9-fight win streak since then, beating some of the top names in the sport. Henry Cejudo, Petr Yan, TJ Dillashaw, Corey Sandhagen. And another thing is that O'Malley has landed that perfectly timed shot on Petr Yan's chin. And seconds later, Petr Yan came right back and landed a big shot on his own and hurt O'Malley, which tells me that his power might reign supreme up to a certain level of competition and then sort of fizzles off, much like when we seen Conor McGregor fight Poirier. He landed his big shots on him and he did not knock him out. Poirier was still there after the big shots. So my prediction is that Aljo is much more likely to grind his way to a decision than O'Malley is to land that miracle punch. So my prediction is Aljamain Sterling by decision. Coach JT, what do you got for him?
Listen, I mean, we know the stats. We know what everything brings. We know who O'Malley has fought. We know who Sterling has fought. My thing is, I feel that this is going to be a brawl and maul, clearly like Conor McGregor and Khabib. But I think what we're going to see in this one is the first round. Don't go get popcorn. Don't get your drinks. Don't go get food. Sit your butt down and watch this mauling that's fixing to happen. O'Malley has a right hand. Has surprising kicks, has surprising knees. He has a dog in him. Sterling is that dog in every aspect you can think of. You understand that, right? So, I have it being Sterling first round. O'Malley up against the cage, taking punishment first. Then, Sterling taking his back, giving him more punishment. Looking at the crowd, looking at Dana White like, man, you put this guy in front of me. This is your protege. This is who you brought to me.
Is this what you left me for?
Out of all the guys you had in front of him, you threw me this easy bass to catch. Let's eat, because it's going to be the first round.
First round, whoa.
It's going to be a brawling maul, and it's going to be too easy.
What do you think? Submission or knockout?
Either or. I don't really
Just
care.
stopping him in the first?
It's going to be a stoppage. It's not going to decision. And listen, if he does get past the first round, what does Sterling do best? He stays consistent. He's in your face. He's going to take you to the ground. And once he's on the ground, he does not stay still. He's going to be all over him. So can O'Malley deal with that, knowing that he has not fought anybody at this level? Jan was good, and Jan pretty much beat him, but they gave it to O'Malley because he is the selling point. Let's just be truthful here.
He is Dana White's chosen one.
He is the chosen one. So he is his prodigy. So that means you're not going to get to the decision to make it be that way no more. You're going to get out of there the first or second round. I'm calling not past the second round, point blank period. It's going to be a submission, or it's going to be a ground and pound. It's going to be an absolute ass whooping.
Well, there you have it. Two of us both putting our money on Aljamain Sterling. Now, we're not telling you to put your money on anyone, all right? This isn't betting advice, but don't say that we didn't tell you, right?
Don't tell me. Don't tell you I didn't tell you.
Right? There you go. Thanks a lot, Coach.
No doubt. All right?
And we're on to the next one.
Holla.
Keep punching.